What if I told you that the secret to a happier, calmer, and more resilient life was discovered over 2,000 years ago, and it still works today? No, it's not meditation, not therapy, not some self-help hack. It's Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that can literally transform how you deal with stress, failure, success, relationships, and even death. And in this ultimate guide, I'll break it all down step by step: the history, the core principles, the practical exercises, and how you can apply Stoicism to your daily life, starting today. Stick around till the end, because I'll also share a 30-day Stoic challenge that could rewire how you think and make you unshakably happy. Let's dive in. So what is Stoicism? At its core, Stoicism is a practical philosophy founded in ancient Greece around 300 BC by Zeno of Citium. Unlike other philosophical systems that were abstract and academic, Stoicism was designed as a toolkit for life, a way to live with wisdom, courage, and peace of mind, no matter what the universe throws at you. The word Stoic actually comes from stoa poikol, or painted porch, in Athens, where Zeno taught. Now, when people hear Stoic, they often imagine someone cold, emotionless, and robotic. But that's a huge misconception. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about mastering them. It's about learning how to control what's in your power and let go of what's not. And that simple idea is the backbone of everything. The dichotomy of control. The most powerful Stoic idea, and probably the one that will hit you hardest, is the dichotomy of control. Epictetus, a former slave turned Stoic teacher, put it like this: some things are up to us, and some things are not. Up to us, our thoughts, choices, actions, values. Not up to us, the weather, traffic, other people's opinions, whether the stock market crashes, whether you get that promotion. Sounds obvious, right? But here's the kicker. Most of our stress, anxiety, and unhappiness comes from trying to control things that are not in our control. Think about it. You can't control if someone cuts you off in traffic, but you can control your reaction. You can't control if you lose your job tomorrow, but you can control whether you adapt, learn, and grow from it. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king of Rome, wrote in his journal, which we now know as Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. If you take away nothing else from this video, take away this. Happiness equals focusing only on what you can control. Stoic virtues. So how do you actually live Stoicism? The Stoics believe that a good life rests on 4 cardinal virtues. Wisdom, knowing how to navigate life rationally. Courage, not just on the battlefield, but in everyday life. Facing fear, discomfort, and speaking the truth. Justice, doing what's fair, treating others with dignity. Temperance, self-control, balance, moderation. For the Stoics, these weren't abstract ideals. They were daily practices. If you acted with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, you were already living a happy life. Because happiness, for the Stoics, wasn't about pleasure or possessions. It was about living in alignment with virtue. You may be wondering, okay, I get the history and the ideas, but how do I actually apply this to my life today? Well, here are some of the most powerful practices you can start right now. 1. Negative visualization, premeditatio malorum. Imagine losing your job. Imagine breaking your phone. Imagine losing someone you love. Sounds depressing, right? But the Stoics practiced this regularly. Why? Because when you imagine the worst-case scenario, 2 things happen. You become grateful for what you have right now. You realize you can actually survive even the worst. Seneca wrote, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." So instead of being blindsided, you're prepared, and weirdly, more at peace. 2. Journaling, like Marcus Aurelius. Every night, Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal, not for anyone else, but for himself. He reflected, what did I do well? Where did I fail? How can I improve tomorrow? That's what meditations really is, a personal Stoic diary. So grab a notebook, write down your thoughts. Ask yourself, did I live with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance today? 3. The view from above. Picture this. You zoom out from your body, your city, your country, all the way into space, looking down at Earth. Suddenly, that email you're stressing over feels tiny. That argument with your friend? Insignificant in the cosmic scale. This practice, called the view from above, reminds you of your small place in the universe, and it shrinks your ego instantly. 4. Amor fati, love of fate. Nietzsche later used this phrase, but the Stoics lived it. Whatever happens, instead of fighting it, say, I choose it. Good. Got rejected? Good. Lost money? Good. Why? Because it happened. You can't change it. The Stoic path is to embrace it as fuel for growth. Ryan Holiday calls this the obstacle is the way. Every setback becomes an opportunity to practice virtue. Now you might be thinking, Stoicism sounds great for philosophers in togas, but what about today, with deadlines, social media, bills, and endless stress? The truth is, Stoicism is more relevant today than ever. At work, instead of stressing over office politics, focus on what's in your control, your effort, your attitude, your learning. In relationships, you can't control your partner's moods, but you can control your kindness and patience. With social media, you can't control trolls, but you can control whether you engage or let it go. With anxiety, instead of spiraling over the future, come back to this moment. What can I do? Right now, that's in my control. This is why Stoicism has inspired everyone from entrepreneurs like Tim Ferriss to athletes, soldiers, and everyday people just trying to live better lives. Common misconceptions. Quick myth-busting time. Myth 1. Stoics suppress emotions. Wrong. They acknowledge emotions, but don't let emotions control them. Yet the problems Marcus Aurelius faced, stress, politics, betrayal, death, are exactly what we face today. Stoicism is timeless. The 30-day Stoic Challenge. All right, here's the part you've been waiting for. The 30-day Stoic Challenge. Each day, you'll do one small exercise. By the end, you'll feel calmer, stronger, and happier. Here's the roadmap. Week 1, Awareness, journal daily. Each night, write one thing you controlled well and one thing you wasted energy on. Week 2, Perspective, practice negative visualization 3 times this week. Imagine losing something precious, then feel gratitude for it. Week 3, Action, practice courage and justice. Do one thing that scares you and one thing that helps someone else without expecting anything back. Week 4, Integration, practice amor fati. Whatever happens, good or bad, say, this is for me, and mean it. Do this for 30 days, and I promise, you won't be the same person at the end. Final takeaways. So let's recap. Stoicism is not about being emotionless. It's about freedom. The freedom that comes when you stop wasting energy on what you can control and start focusing only on what you can. The Stoics taught us that true happiness comes not from chasing pleasure or avoiding pain, but from living with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. And you don't need to live in ancient Rome to apply it. You can do it today, right now, in your next decision, your next conversation, your next challenge. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. So, are you ready to start living stoically? If you found this guide helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives like this, and share this with someone who could use a little Stoic wisdom today. And let me know in the comments, which Stoic practice are you going to try first? Thanks for watching, and remember, the obstacle is the way.